Anthony, you don't have any children, but I consider the Rosenthal and Jeselnik Vanity Project
RJVP.
your child. We're back here for episode 6.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way.
All right, we taped that open a little earlier. It's in a good, happy mood. I'm not exactly sure where to go to start this because this is a different sort of podcast.
Here's what happened. We taped episode 6 of the Rosenthal and Jeselnik Vanity Project, RJVP.
RJVP.
And we are not allowed to air any of it. Sometimes we get to edit things here. You know, I've been very clear that I can say whatever I want and do whatever I want, and the NFL can edit afterwards. And I'm fine with it as long as I tell people what got taken out the next week. This is the first time, 6 episodes in, that they just told us we can't air any of it. And we can't even really tell you why. But I'm certainly not apologizing to the NFL or to the network, but I will apologize to the viewers. I thought we kind of, had a good way in and out of these different subjects this week, and apparently we went overboard, according to the league.
According to many people.
Yes, it wasn't really up for much of a debate. And I said I wanted to come back on and just talk to the listeners really quickly about why there's no Rosenthal and Jeselnik Vanity Project
RJVP
this week. We will be back next week with, I think, an even better show. And I don't take this casually, but I guess I understand. I mean, I know.
Well, it's a different place for you to be put in because you're used to wars back and forth, with like Comedy Central or whatever it is over certain content getting in. This was one we had an idea. We maybe flew a little too close to the sun. We had an idea that we thought as a theme could really carry us through the different normal parts of our show. And that theme, I mean, I thought it was really funny. Maybe in hindsight, it was always going to be a little dicey, but when everyone listened to it, and I wanted to talk too because it's a drag. We're coming off the Thanksgiving break. We a lot of momentum for the Rosenthal and Jeselnik Vanity Project.
RJVP.
A lot of momentum before Thanksgiving, and then we take the Thanksgiving week off and we come back, and this happens. With that all said, like, it is a miracle. It is. I kind of can't believe that we've been able to do any of these, that they're so ridiculous. And I am, grateful to the NFL that they're letting us do it, and that it's not like they're canceling the show. They're just like, we can't let you do that.
And that was on the table. That was on the table. Like, we are allowed to come back, which, I appreciate the opportunity. And I think, and don't think that when we come back next week that we're going to soften things.
No.
We're going to be pushing the envelope as much as we have been. And I think you want to have some failures. You want to push it too far and have the NFL say no. I would rather have them say, no, you can't do this, so we know where the line is and we can go right up against it, than to never have them really do this. And we just keep on kind of wondering like what we can do. Well, now we know what the target is.
Well, it's like a lot of people. There were doubters out there in general about the whole idea of building a lot of the show a couple weeks ago around Air Bud.
Yes.
But that ended up being maybe our most viral show.
Our signature bit.
Yeah, people love it, and that's one case where we flew close to the sun, and all we did was score.
Touchdown, Air Bud.
And I'll say this, like, the only way I fly is close to the sun. First class and close to the sun. Like, I don't know how to go somewhere else. Like, I don't book a ticket for the moon. I'm going close to the sun. So, again, to our listeners, thank you for listening to this. Thank you for listening to us kind of explain it. And we will be back next week with a podcast that is just as strong, just as good, and just as the high level of quality you expect from the Rosenthal and Jeselnik Vanity Project.
Yeah,
RJVP.
I missed that one. I blew it. I mean, we do feel bad. This is something we really love doing, and we will make it up to all the listeners.
I don't feel bad. You can feel bad. This is your job.
I feel bad.
This is your place of business. I just show up to do these every week.
That's not it. I would just feel bad more in general because I'm, more of a normal person, I would say.
I just feel bad for the listeners, the people who kind of like to listen to us and hear our different stories. But we'll try to reuse as much as we can, and again, like, don't let this get you guys down. But before we go, Gregg, how are my godkids? How are your son and daughter, Walker and Ellis?
Well, it was we haven't talked since Thanksgiving, and it was the first Thanksgiving that I had both
Oh,
Ellis
great.